In the quiet of dawn, the air carried the first whispers of the waking world. Buddha sat beneath the spreading Bodhi tree, his serene presence radiating peace. The light of the rising sun painted golden hues on the leaves above. Birds sang softly, their melodies echoing through the grove like blessings. I approached slowly, my heart heavy with questions and uncertainty. "Master," I said, bowing low, "I seek wisdom to guide me in these troubled times." Buddha opened his eyes, his gaze calm yet profoundly penetrating. "Come closer, my friend," he said, his voice gentle as the breeze. I sat before him, the earth beneath me cool and grounding. "What troubles your heart?" Buddha asked, his attention unwavering. "My mind is restless, like a churning river," I confessed, "and my actions lack harmony." Buddha nodded, his expression understanding, as though seeing through the layers of my struggle. He reached beside him and picked up a small pebble. "Let me show you something," he said, holding it delicately. With a slow and purposeful motion, he dropped the pebble into the pond nearby. Ripples formed, expanding outward in perfect concentric circles, spreading to the edges of the water. "Observe the ripples," Buddha began, his voice as steady as the rhythm of nature itself. "Each ripple begins with a single point of disturbance." I watched the waves, mesmerized by their graceful dance across the surface of the water. "Such is the nature of our actions," he continued, "creating ripples in the vast pond of existence. What shall I do next?" The Buddha smiled, his presence a beacon of light, and said, "Nurture the seed of your intention with practice and patience." He pointed to a sapling nearby, its fragile branches reaching for the sun, a testament to life's resilience and growth. "Even the smallest drop creates a ripple that reaches far beyond its origin," he said. He gestured toward the pond, now calm once more, as if in harmony with his teaching. "The pebble does not seek to measure the reach of its ripples," Buddha explained. "It simply drops." His words sank into my heart, leaving echoes that mirrored the ripples on the pond. I looked at him, still unsure. "But Master," I pressed, "how do I ensure my actions bring harmony and not chaos?" Buddha reached for a lotus flower floating near the edge of the pond. He held it gently, its delicate petals trembling in the breeze. "Consider the lotus," he said, his tone both instructive and inviting. The Buddha returned to his meditation, his presence a silent reminder of the boundless possibilities within the human spirit. Beneath the shade of the tree, the truths of existence seemed as clear as the gentle rustling of leaves. "Your actions, like the lotus, must root in mindfulness to blossom in harmony," Buddha explained, his gaze softened, as if offering a bridge between my doubt and understanding. "When you act with compassion," he continued, "your ripples nurture, just as the lotus enriches the pond." I felt the weight of his words, their simplicity belying the depth of their truth. Buddha placed the lotus back on the water, where it floated serenely, a vision of peace. "Each moment is a pebble, each action a ripple," he said, "and each choice defines the essence of your life." His words lingered in the air, wrapping around me like a gentle embrace. I pondered his teachings, my thoughts settling like leaves on still water. The Buddha nodded, his understanding profound, and took a handful of sand from the ground, holding it in his palm. "Observe," the Buddha spoke, closing his fist tightly. "When I grasp this sand, what becomes of it under the pressure of my hand?" The grains slipped through his fingers, falling to the earth, demonstrating the futility of clutching too tightly to impermanent things. His metaphor resonated, illuminating the path I sought but could not yet see. "Your strength lies in the act itself, not in its outcome," he added, his voice unwavering. I let his words sink in, their truth resonating within me like the sound of a temple bell. "Thank you, Master," I said, my voice filled with newfound resolve. Buddha smiled, a quiet acknowledgement of the journey I had begun. Walk your path with mindful steps, he said, and let your ripples speak of your compassion. The pond shimmered in the morning light, its surface calm and reflective, a mirror for my thoughts. I rose slowly, bowing deeply to Buddha, the weight on my heart lifting. As I walked away, the world felt different, as though the ripples of his wisdom had reached every corner of existence. The bamboo grove seemed alive, its rustling leaves whispering truths I had yet to fully comprehend. Birds flew overhead, their wings etching fleeting patterns against the sky. Each step I took felt deliberate, grounded in a newfound understanding of the power of small mindful moments. The young man listened intently, his spirit stirred by the analogy and the clarity it brought to his restless mind. Master, I understand, the man said, determination rising within him. I shall strive to let go and find peace. And in every action, however small, I would remember the ripple in the pond. Another day dawned, its gentle light unfolding over the bustling market streets of Rajagaya. Merchants arranged their goods, voices mingling in the air. Buddha walked through the crowd, his presence serene amidst the vibrant chaos. Ananda followed closely, his steps purposeful yet humble. A farmer approached, his face lined with worry and fatigue. His hands cradled a small bowl of rice. His sole harvest, revered one, the farmer said, bowing deeply. This is all I have, yet I offer it with gratitude. Buddha accepted the bowl, his expression filled with quiet reverence. Your gift speaks of abundance, he said, his tone resonating with compassion. The disciples, standing nearby, exchanged puzzled glances, unable to see the abundance Buddha spoke of in the modest offering. Buddha held a single grain of rice between his fingers, lifting it for all to see. Behold this grain, he said, his voice calm yet commanding attention. The crowd quieted, their focus drawn to his words as though the grain held hidden truths. This grain carries the essence of sunlight, Buddha continued, woven into its being by the season's rhythm and the farmer's toil. He turned to the farmer, his gaze steady and kind. The Buddha continued, to find harmony, practice compassion, and understand that each being contributes uniquely to the fabric of existence. He gestured to the trees, their branches entwined, supporting one another to reach toward the sky and embrace the sunlight. But Lord, he said softly, it is all I have, and I fear it is not enough. Buddha placed the bowl on his palm, holding it as though it were a treasure. True giving comes not from abundance, Buddha said, but from the purity of the heart that gives without expectation. He gestured to the gathered crowd, his eyes shining with insight. In receiving this gift, we partake not only of rice but of the essence of life itself. The disciples listened intently, their understanding deepening with each word Buddha shared. Ananda, silent until then, nodded, his mind absorbing the lesson of gratitude and humility. Buddha divided the grains among the disciples, each receiving a portion with reverence. We eat not merely to nourish the body, Buddha said, but to honor the threads that bind us to one another. As the disciples savored their portions, they felt the significance of the farmer's gift echoing within them. The simple meal transformed into a profound experience. Buddha turned back to the farmer, his voice soft yet resonant. In giving even the smallest gift, he said, you touch lives in ways unseen and immeasurable. The farmer bowed again, his heart lighter, his gratitude for Buddha's wisdom evident in his smile. The Buddha's gaze softened as he added, remember, the effort you sow in compassion returns as the peace you seek. The sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm glow, as the disciples listened, inspired by the profound exchange. As the sun set, its golden light bathed the streets, a reminder of interconnectedness. Buddha sat beneath a tree at the edge of the market, his presence a calming beacon amidst life's turmoil. His words that day would ripple through time, teaching many of the profound power held within small acts of giving. The grain of rice became a symbol of life's infinite connections. Another day unfolded. The forest of Yetta bathed in soft morning light and the whisper of rustling leaves. Buddha sat beneath the Bodhi tree, his posture serene, radiating a sense of boundless peace. The disciples gathered quietly, forming a circle around him, their hearts open to his wisdom. A young monk named Sutta approached, his expression troubled, his steps hesitant as though burdened by invisible weights. "Master," Sutta said, bowing deeply, "my mind wanders ceaselessly in meditation, like leaves scattered by the wind." Buddha opened his eyes, gazing at Sutta with a calm that dissolved the air's tension. "Do you see this vase's beauty?" he asked. The mother nodded hesitantly, her eyes resting on cracks etched across its surface. "What stirs your heart, my friend?" Buddha asked, his voice steady and reassuring. "Like a constant stream, my thoughts are restless," Sutta confessed. "And I cannot find stillness within me, despite my efforts and my intentions." Buddha reached down, picking up a single fallen leaf from the ground, holding it aloft for all to see. "Observe this leaf," Buddha began, his tone both instructive and inviting. The sunlight filtered through the leaf, revealing an intricate network of veins shimmering like rivers etched by time. This leaf, though delicate, carries the strength of its interconnected fibers, swaying in harmony with the wind's rhythm. Sutta looked at the leaf, his gaze intent but his understanding not yet solidified. "Stillness is not the absence of movement," Buddha continued, "but the unity of being amidst the world's shifting currents. They whisper that I am unworthy, incapable of nurturing wisely." The Buddha's voice softened, each word imbued with warmth. "Through the power of small mindful moments, my friend," he replied, his voice soothing, "each breath you take is an anchor. Each step you walk a connection to the present. Do these stars appear flawless, without shadow? Yet their light guides travelers unerringly through night's uncertainty." Likewise, the Buddha explained, "As parents, you illuminate your child's path, not through perfection but through unwavering care and presence. When you breathe, know the air not as a task but as a companion," he explained. "Let your breath guide you into stillness, much like the wind guides the leaf into its natural dance." Sutta inhaled deeply, focusing on the act itself, feeling its grounding presence. "When you walk," Buddha continued, "feel the earth beneath your feet, each step a whisper of your interconnectedness with life." Sutta nodded slowly, the wisdom of Buddha's teaching beginning to take root within him. Buddha's voice softened further, carrying the weight of kindness and understanding. "Allow your wandering thoughts to drift gently like clouds, neither clinging to them nor rejecting them, but observing their passing." Sutta felt a wave of calm wash over him, as though the forest itself breathed alongside him. Exactly. Strength grows in the embrace of imperfection, transforming cracks into reflections of growth and love. Sutta bowed deeply, gratitude spilling from his heart, his burdens easing as if a veil had lifted. "Thank you, Master," he said, his voice steady despite the emotion surging within. "Your imperfections," the Buddha continued, "do not diminish your love or wisdom as a parent. They strengthen your humanity." The mother inhaled shakily, tears cascading. "But how can I trust myself to rise above moments of doubt?" The Buddha placed his hand upon hers, his gaze luminous with compassion. Each breath felt fuller, more meaningful, as though every inhalation connected him to the universe. The other disciples watched him, inspired by the quiet transformation they witnessed, their own hearts swelling with hope. The day unfolded further, its hours colored by the lessons of stillness and presence gifted. Thank you for watching. Buddha's teachings are always with you. Subscribe to our channel and we will see you in the next video.